Alright, we are live, and my voice is dying, so I apologize that my voice is like... Hi, demon. I'm gonna have to like pause a decent amount to just like randomly drink water or something. I don't actually know if you can tell in the mic. I might sound exactly the same over there. But yeah, welcome. Also, thank you for the bits. Yeah, I haven't changed that yet. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to like drink more water, I think. I sound sick. No, I'm not sick. I think that it was just I didn't drink water properly, so I'm waking up and my voice is like, hey, we're not gonna wake up. Meaning it'll probably be better somewhere within the stream. I just needed to like, you know, warm up or something. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Let me do that now. Alright, hydrate achieved. Yeah, my voice is gonna sound so scuffed. But honestly, it could be way worse. But people will see. I do too, because it's gonna be very awkward if this entire stream is this, and then I come back like... Honestly, possibly even later tonight to play more Poppy Playtime, because I'm doing the math. I am getting my editing done, I'm doing the math, and it seems like I should probably actually start playing the game while I'm doing this. It seems like if I just play it on Fridays, I'm not gonna be done with it by the time that the next chapter comes out. So I might do more tonight. It 50-50, honestly. Into the battle. Oh yeah, but on the bits thing, yeah, I haven't changed that yet because I am planning things. I am plotting, and I kind of want to with the So let me actually get this. I stared at Gregor's dish for a good while. What is this, Gregor?
밀리터리 서바이벌 음식이랄까?
Do they really eat this in the military?
관리자 양반, 기억 잃었다고 하지 않았어? 언제부터 음식에 대해 그렇게 섬세하게 평가했나?
Gregor lost his usual calm demeanor and suddenly snapped at me. I looked at Ryoshu's serving next. I felt like I was looking at a brand new work of art. As in, I had no idea what it was supposed to be. Ryoshu did, just to make sure, you didn't mistake our objective to assassinating the disoriented restaurant worker, did you?
닥쳐, 시계라네요.
Heathcliff and Marisol caught the owner of Inbone and put him in the seat for mealtime. We started by feeding him Ryoshu's cooking.
뒤틀림의 언어는 해석하기 어렵군요. 반복되는 패턴과 음료를 기반으로 연구해본다면 70시간 이상은 소요될 거예요.
You're feeling a good disorder.
네? 그때 동안 여기서 치킨을 튀길 수는 없어요.
He's not impressed. Wait. I think I can hear his voice in my head.
흥미롭군요. 지금까지 모은 황금가지와 단테 씨 머리와의 공명으로 인한 영향일 수도 있겠어요.
I think I just heard a staggering statement, but the owner's cries are too distracting.
저자가 뭐라고 하는 거지?
A funeral procession in my mouth. Is your cooking theme poultry apocalypse? He asks.
좋아. 오늘이야말로 그 시계를 몸통과 분리해주겠어.
Why am I getting murdered for this? I was just relaying his review.
그럼 둘이 사이좋게 보내주마.
참안했군 요슈. 자신감 넘치는 그 태도는 좋았지만 이 숙련된 경험을 따라잡지는 못하지. 자자, 내 차례군. 입 크게 벌리시게나.
I'm curious who's gonna actually turn out to be a
오,
good cook.
이번에야말로 마음을 열고 있는 건가?
He's wondering if it was sludged up from the food waste dumpster outside. Looks like both your dishes failed. Boner's chickens came at us with growls, as if to express their master's anger in full. Alright, but anyways, so I haven't changed that yet. One, because I put a couple of ones that I found in the Discord of clips and everything. Okay, is this? No, I have to actually go in one by one. Where are all? That's. We have to do that one. We have 2 4s. These 2 are gonna have to actually be put with who they're with. One of them at least, actually. No, actually, yeah, both of them. Let's go burn. Never mind. Yep, let's burn this one. Fry some chicken. No one's getting attacked by 2, but I can kind of ignore this one because it's not an actual attack. So let's see, that's struggling. Both of those are struggling. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. How about you guys? You guys doing good? Maybe just defend on that. Yeah, and then we can actually probably... First, I need something like this. Favor attack that. That should go over. And then... Favor attack that.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Yeah, so I was saying that got distracted really quickly. So I'm still somewhat deciding on what sound I want for different things, because I'm probably just going to like switch the sound for a lot of them. But doesn't matter where I put anything. Let's favorite. This is neutral, so let's put favorite on that. Try this one, where it's still high enough that I can do that. Put favored, and then these last 2 can go here.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없.
Maybe take one out. Hello, Demon. Hello. There's a chance you guys will hear squeaky toy sounds at night.
쉽네.
Yeah, I'm still deciding on what is going to be what things. I'm probably going to do multiple for us. I'm still just wondering. It's not good. Oh, they're fine for now. I'd actually want to use defense for this. That's a 1, so I can literally put whatever I want on it. Favorite. Kill one.
불길 속으로.
Like a real vehicle. Might actually need less damage than I thought. Didn't realize how quickly that thing was gonna die. Okay, well we have 1 left, so let's just
먼저 간다.
out.
좋아.
두렵진 않네요.
Chicken boss. Hello, demon. I know that you're here. Hello. Hey. You are getting dangerously close, so I have to slightly worry about you. Chicken head. Yeah. Right, so I can't control all of these. But I wouldn't be able to control this. Where's this going? Stand there. Nothing is going to you, so you are gonna go to them. Never mind, that is a horrible decision. That is not even the right person. There, let me double check this. Nope. That was there. Might have to kind of match these up. Actually, no, these are all higher, so I can put them wherever it does the most damage. It's supposed to be up here. These two guys. Struggling either way. Actually, my level. I do not have engine. We can go at character upgrade from raccoon to raccoon stockpile. Honestly, sounds like a cool concept. As long as you're like, 1, you're happy with it, and 2, as long as you're able to, like I've seen people that have done designs where they mix a whole bunch of different creatures together, but when they try to like actually put it into a concept, a lot of them are more said than actually shown. But if you can like match all of those creatures together in a way that is, what's the word, cohesive? That's always the cool part. Also, always happy to see a fellow raccoon.
먼저 간다. 좋아.
피가 튀고.
Are you gonna do it kind of like how some mythological creatures are put together?
깨달으시지 끝내지.
Or is it gonna be more like the anime style take of those kinds of creatures? Return, kill this guy. Locked on target. Actually, close this one. Might want to do this. Use that to kill the block so I can kill this too. So this guy is not too far. Raccoon all the way. Try trying. Very nice. Okay, so to do that, this one is unopposed. Get that. We need to put this top, so oppose, unopposed. Alright, there we go.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
I'm I'm a big mythology person. Honestly, that's kind of where I get some of my own
이제 끝내지.
like character details and stuff. Like the two ears is based off of Journey to the West. There's a character that is the 6-eared macaque. It has 3 sets of ears. So I like that, but I figured putting 3 sets of ears on a model that kind of looks like this wouldn't work too well. Can't draw those sadly that well. So I mean, if you use something like V-Roid, you can get a decent at least base for one. And then if later on you decide you want to like either draw it yourself or have someone draw a version of it, like that's kind of what I did. I had a V-Roid model, and then after a while I went, I would like a PNG tuber, so I got this. And I kind of based it off of the like already created version that I had.
이 숫자는
It's pretty
뭐야?
easy actually. Honestly, once you get the
다섯의 기회
hang
중
of
둘을 소비하였다.
messing around with some of the stuff,
이런 뜻이
it doesn't
아닐까
take too long.
하오만.
So taking your ears too. It's okay. They look cool. Yeah, no worries. Just each team to prepare something. And just like that, thus began Limbus Company's petite cooking competition.
자, 역할군을 한 명씩 정해보지.
Yeah, no worries.
어차피
My ears are awesome, and also I have not seen anyone that has
홍문 씨는
dual
혹시 뭐
sets of ears.
부엌에 들어가 본
before,
적은 있나?
So happily we'll take it. Also, if you're mixing raccoon,
제
fox,
방엔
and
부엌이라는 게 따로 없었어요.
what is it,
어렸을 땐 간식 얻어 먹으려고
owl?
집 2층에 있던
You could
대식당에
probably
몰래 간
do
적은
some
있긴
good
했죠.
design work while mixing in
그다음
like the
이상 씨.
look of great horned owl ears.
며칠
like the
전에
horns
다
that
같이
they have.
유통기한 지난 우유 먹고 혼자만 얼굴 멀쩡했던 놈 아니야?
You could probably do something decently cool with that.
배까지
you're doing, like,
스며드는
fox ears versus
센슈얼한
raccoon ears,
냄새였어.
The way that they're built or set up. You know AI is the worst.
돈
but you think
키웠대.
use AI to make references
아까부터
okay, but
목 상태가 안
how it
좋은 거야?
would look like in sunlight. I would say it's better to just like mess around with free software that you can fund. She said with a bashful expression, her hands behind her back. Like you have
이거 꼬맹이들
like
장난할
there's
시간
a decent amount of
아니야.
things with like pit crew you could use again V-Roids. You have like resources that you'd be able to mess around, try and figure out what something would look like.
달기 너무 들쑥날쑥하게 잘렸다. 반듯하게 잘라야지. 허리는 더 펴고.
I used to when I was trying to figure out how to make a character look.
꼬맹이,
I would
이건 너무
use like
상상한 거 아니야?
pit crew and everything
난 좀
to
더 달짝지근하게
do
했으면
designs and
좋겠어.
everything. Figure out how I like
달게요?
something. They don't have as much
설탕이-
customization,
어디 있더라?
but it's
파우스트가
definitely easier
보았을
to
땐
at least
분쇄기를
get
더 강하게 해야
a
한다는
base
판단이
idea
드는군요.
using that rather than
저건
like
안 돼. 칼 쓰는
V-Roid or
솜씨부터가
some kind
글러먹었어.
of
다들 그러지 말고
more
직접 거들지
customizable
그래요.
option. Like if you start with something like that, you get the baseline of what you would want.
확실히
in your
싱크리어
character.
정도면 믿을만 할 것 같네.
Then you can go over and you kind of
그림
figure out how to
맛이
transfer that
적당히
over. You can figure out how to put things together in a way that you
잠깐.
like.
왜 나한텐 아무도 요리해보란 말을 안 하냐? 잘 봐, 내가 계란 정도는... 안돼! 에이, 젠장! 프라이팬이 왜 달궈져 있는 거야? 뜨거워서 뒤질
Or
뻔했네!
honestly, if you don't want to do that, or like you don't, everyone watched as the pan he flew through hit the wall in broken pieces. How did you break a pan?
이 식당 최소
unless
140여일은
I
청소하지
mean,
않은
oh
것
wait, there are
같은
like
곰팡이
ceramic pans,
냄새와
aren't there?
잡내가 난다. 차라리 밖에서 요리를 하는 게 위생상 더 안전할 수도 있다.
나도 시켜주시오. 요리.
Although I feel like Dawn is gonna be like the best cook out of everyone here. How dare you mess up our kitchen? You'll reckon with our wrath of whatever. Chicken joke. Just felt like that's what it was saying.
자, 힘내자.
But honestly, if you
그래.
want something a little bit more, what's the word? Combined, I guess? You could use
당연한 결과죠.
references
저는
from like actual pictures of
선택받았으니까.
animals. You can use references of
그렇겠죠?
what is it called? Like anime characters and everything. You can use art from those kind of things, like cut out pieces, put them together, basically stitch together the kind of character that you want, like Frankenstein style. Because Frankenstein's monster style? That doesn't sound as good, but I guess honestly either way it works, because you would be putting it together the way that Frankenstein put the monster together, and it would also be Frankenstein's monster, the thing that you create. Oh, for my dance practice, I'll try to do it live or write music, whatever it is. Yeah! Raccoons are the best. Also, what kind of dance?
눈 멀지 않게
Here.
조심하도록.
I'll say, if you're doing dual ears, in comparison, raccoon ears are definitely smaller than fox ears. Fox ears, especially if you're going for some, depending on the species you're going for in either set. Well, I mean, raccoons, mostly the difference is colorization, but, you know, like different foxes, you could have like the bad-eared fox, like fennec foxes, the, like, ones that have the bigger, more like satellite dish style ears. Ah, cool. But then you also have ones, kind of like the red fox, that have a little bit like more narrow and sharper, I guess, ears. Right, send you over here to start. Favored either way. So let's put that one. Start at 0 so I can throw this wherever. Throw it up here. These two I can kind of put whatever I want wherever I want. Yeah. Oh, chicken's best history. Okay. Best creature. Look at them. They're so silly looking. Okay. You, the only ones that need to be attacked. I have two options. Let's go for that one. And then this can... I think I can't feel this way. It's not actually going to. Well, either way, I might want to do that, and then which is the other one that's connected to it? This one? Yeah, it is. So let's pop that over top, so we have this one as the unopposed.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없.
Oh, trash panda person. Hello! Stilo. Welcome in, we're playing Limbus and talking about character creation.
떼어내주지.
I am not at all... What's the word? Just things. Yeah. We're gonna kill him and then we're gonna cook him up. And that is at 1 HP. I'm gonna ignore you. We're gonna like take these 3 down first. All of them are at 2, so I can kind of attack whichever I want. Oh, this one has a chef hat on! Look at it! Maybe my ass before I beat a while ago. Yeah, I think someone had mentioned that they made this part easier. No. Chat, be honest, are we gonna die here? Is this gonna be where we get our loss? Okay, there. See, this one is also favored, but it looks like that might have been farther down. Yeah, that's farther down. Okay, we have these 2 left. I could use... just to, like, kill this, and then get some damage down on that.
불길 속으로.
Landing pieces before. Ooh, nice.
벗어날 수 있다고 생각했나?
자,
I am probably gonna just start Cafe 4 today.
깨달음은 괴롭지.
Depends on how long this is. I think. Okay, alright. Alright, so these are 4s, so I can control them with these 2 if I want to. So let's see. Dominating, what's that? That is neutral, this one is struggling. Alright, so let's put that on there. Then we have 2 that we can control with these 3, so let's see. Oh, alright, we're fine. Dominating, favorite. Alright, so we're gonna put that there. That's dominating. And then just kill this guy. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and posture check. Let me
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
gonna posture check first. Actually, I can reach up. Hi, demon. Hello. Hi, dear. Alright, okay, that, and let me do this really quick. My advice, always check the resistances and weaknesses enemies and what they're trying to do live. I probably should be doing that.
쉽네.
Let me do it. What can you play in the future? It is. This is my last. Alright, well, thank you for the bit. Possibly. Currently my schedule is a little bit wonky, so outside of the times that I have my streams and everything, finding other times to stream is a decent coin toss, but honestly I would be happy to do a collab at some point that's a whole bunch of VTubers that are raccoon VTubers. I think that would be funny. Alright, so that's a 5, it's a 4. I feel like every time that I go into this and I'm looking at the numbers and everything, I'm treating it like it's Minesweeper, and it's really not bad. It's not the same. Where are you oh, you're down here. So I have this that I can use too. Let's see, is it better? Yeah. Use that. Yes. One of my sinners are always trying to give me bad. Oh no. Oh no. Well, I don't even... Wait, do I? Oh, this is not on my team right now. I don't know. Something is up. I feel like she's, there's something that she's, trying to hide. Alright, let's see. Put that there. Let's take this to... Yeah, take that to that. This one to here. Hopefully I can at least take down a couple staggered. I don't think I'll take all 3, but I'm hoping to at least take 2. Possibly create 1 also.
피가 튀고.
Cover up her constant bleeding, and then she goes to Dante. That is
쉽네.
very true.
이제 끝내지.
Alright, we're in the last 2. That one can just kind of get murdered later. Oh wow, that's horrible. I didn't expect to like click damage in every single one aimed up here. That's not even... I mean, it'll work, sure, they have 1 to cover that, and then the other ones can attack. But you don't need everyone on that. Alright, let's... We're gonna ignore this until next round. Resident Heat, this is your only LCD I see. Honestly, I have no clue how many I have. I think that his was... Like, that's the baseline one, right? I think it was the ones that I have for him aren't as good. Here, post. Search for raccoon. Ooh, very nice, very cool. We're just gonna take this one down.
불길 속으로.
Yeah, I don't know when I'd be able to do it,
다 죽어라.
but a collab of just all raccoons seems like it would be so fun.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
다 죽어라.
Sorry. Actually pulled them out. But today, ooh, very cool.
당연한 결과죠.
Yeah, I have other
저는
ones for him. The only thing is,
선택받았으니까.
the other ones are where is he? These two, and I've been told these are not quite as good as the baseline one. Don't get me wrong, they look cool. At least this one does. The other one makes him look like the Onceler, but that's different problem.
삶을 깨치기 위함이라.
I do like the music behind chicken stuff. Huh? Can anyone tell me what this food is meant to be?
단순하오. 관리자나리 초콜릿이라는 거 참 맛있지 않소? 그래서 넣었지. 그리고 난 감자가 싫기 때문에 비슷해 보이는 오렌지를 대신 넣었어.
뭐? 누구 마음대로 감자를 빼냐? 이거 어이없는 새끼네.
Why do I feel like this is gonna work? Okay, but why is the chicken so brutally torn to bits?
우리 동네에서는 손으로 닭을 쭉쭉 찢어 먹곤 하였지. 참 별미가 아닐 수 없어.
Still disruption. And what's the
이거
black
가만
thing?
보니까
Coal?
입도 없는 놈이 트심만 잡네. 너 이거 먹어볼 줄이나 아냐?
Why do I feel like this is gonna work? Chickens rushed into the table as under distorted restaurant order short something something. Alright. I wish I could just swipe across it. Makes me very happy. Okay, I only have so much control over everything. So I can control this one with this. Did you in his face? Projecting your spells. Oh yeah, the music in this is so good. Alright, let's do that. I can't stop either of these, and both of them are attacking the same place. If I do this, does that... No. Well, I guess he's just gonna take some damage.
나 선 속을 벗어날 수는 없다.
그 오물을
He's just raccoon. It would be kind of funny. Got 200 said no. I mean, it would be funny. The only thing is, if we're going for a bunch of VTubers, especially if they're ones that haven't interacted with each other yet, it might be a bit fun. There's the arrow button at the top. I'm assuming that's doing like the regular things. Oh yeah, that one. I usually leave it on this one so that I can kind of not be overwhelmed when there are like 14 different arrows on screen. We have 2 left. Of course. Alright, so we need to take these 2 down. Both of them are at 4, so I can control them pretty easily. Now, what has the strongest attack? no idea. Alright. Alright, so these are favored either way. Let's send on to that. Neutral. Dominate. Alright, there we go. We have a dominate. We have a neutral. Then I might use these to try and take these out, or at least take them lower, so it's easier to take them out.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
I remember to do that at some point or another. I feel like I do them like every once in a while. Usually they aren't what I go to. Alright, we have a couple that are really low, so that's good. I can take those out pretty easily. You're staggered, that's not good. Alright, we have 15 there. Neutral, neutral. Favored. That favor there. Just stare right here. I don't currently have the game, but that does sound like it could be fun. Everything is attacking one person. That is okay. I feel like this is the time I do this, but that's only going to help for one of these attacks. One of these might seem as the biggest of the rats. This is the only one that's not attacking. Let's depend on this one. You guys can start together. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Let's do that. Let's attack this. With you covering that one. Might be able to maybe take down this one while I'm at it.
나선 속을 벗어날 수는 없다.
Cool, see? This one can be ignored. So 4 versus 5, which means I can control. Do I have what I need for this? No. I need lightning. I need these ones. That. Nothing is attacking her, so this is going to be just my secondary one. Alright, so that can just get put somewhere, but sure so it goes. And it really can be. I would use this one, but I want to get the fluid sac stuff to do some healing if this does not go well. There. Yeah, they're all attacking him. Toss that there. Depend on that one.
불길 속으로.
When your dungeon gets good, so you should do that sometimes. Yeah, I've done one. I need to do them like off stream too. thing. When on screen, it's gonna get pretty repetitive, I feel. Alright, it's 2 that I need to attack. Let's see. 3 and 3. I have full control. Neutral, struggling. Neutral, favored. Struggling, favored. Maybe that's Sinclair's pretty big now. I have the one who grips Sinclair. Three to two dungeon is heavily. Yeah, I just need to like remember to actually do it. Right, let's see if we can maybe take down one, do some damage to the
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
I definitely need to get one of those done off stream.
가져가라.
Okay, we didn't kill either of those ones. Every day. Yeah. That is commitment, yeah, honestly. Ooh, you are close. I need to do this. Then can I take down one of these? Let's take this one, honestly. Block that one so that we can use these freely. Struggling, neutral, favored. Hopeless, hopeless. Struggling. Opposed. Favored, right there. Alright, let's... Alright, so we... hopefully won't get this one. So let's do a struggling and then let's cover it with that.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
You have to have a pretty strong team to be doing 3 mystery dungeons a day. Otherwise, that is going to take so much time. Pretty sure when I did one with like the fancy given team that they gave you, it still took me like 2 hours. Don't get me wrong. I talk a lot and I interrupt myself and like sit here for like 5 minutes talking, but yeah, I still Alright, let's control this for that because we are at 33 and I do not want to risk it. Doing these. Push those out there.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
Rupture really that powerful? I mean, if you have cards that, like, dominate with Rupture, I guess. That means seems pretty short, like, Mystery Dungeon. Alright, let's see, we have, can't do that one. I want to probably mostly target this one, but we're going to want to pop this on here so that we can't do that. I'm going to turn it for the sure. Ooh. Very cool, very nice. Let's see. Yes, this. So I have this one that I can use, dominating. Let's see, let's shield with you. Attack.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Look at all those chicken carcasses just on the floor.
벗어날 수 있다고 생각했나?
Alright, so that's a first, so let's... To do that, I'd go below. If I'm one thing, then I can do that there. Hopefully I won't have to really worry about anything after it. Then we can use... I think do that to counter the defend. Some of that in, and then just in case I'll do that.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
그 오물을 다 죽어라.
경외감 속에 숨어들.
Hopefully that should be everything
시선에
done.
눈이 멀지 않도록.
아니, 이게 어떻게 된 일이오? 먹지도 않았는데 숫자가 깎여버리지 않았어.
Says it's not even worth evaluating since what you said of it scared away his appetite.
주인이 뱉었던 음절수에 비해 너무 해석이 길지 않나?
울소, 철회해 주시오.
Hold it. Let me ask you guys this first. Have any of you ever tasted this thing? You can't just feed others things you haven't tried yourself. We're trying to please someone here.
아, 시계 자식. 오랜만에 맞는 소리를 하는군. 누가 먹어볼래?
Tension was thicker than when we were preparing for battle. This is a battle. A very
나를-
different kind of battle, though.
그런 눈으로 보지 마시오.
이 한 몸 희생해서 세상의 빗질림을 돌려놓을 수만 있다면.
Dawn shut her eyes tight.
젠장 답답하네. 아무나 좀 먹어보란 말이야.
You could have grabbed a lump of the serving and shoved it into the nearest person's mouth. Who's the oh no. We're also completely still at the unexpected taste test. Did that kill him on the spot?
이번에 본인은 정말 아무 짓도 하지 않았어. 베르기니우스 나리가 혹여나 책임을 묻는다면.
So I'll turn to Heathcliff very slowly.
뭐?
전반적으로 간이 잘못되었다. 닭고기를 적절하게 익히지 못하여 비린내와 잡내를
Oh,
잡는
he's
것에
gonna be the one that can
실패했고
actually
소스는
cook.
지나치게 걸쭉해서 깊은 맛이 나지 않는다. 닭고기를 너무 들쭉날쭉히 도막냄으로써 사용자의 입맛을 돋구지 못한다.
This is the most I think I've heard him talk the entire game.
뭐? 이거 미쳤어? 말 다 했냐?
아니, 끝이 아니다. 간조합이 너무나 엉망진창. 그걸 먹은 내 입도 진창. 당신은 설탕이 부족하다고 버터 2스푼 반을 잘라 담고 허나 내 입 못
I
버텨.
mean, I guess they would give the character that's French the ability to actually taste things.
미안하오.
이상, 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
변명의 여지가 없군.
잠깐. 쟤 모이씨인 거 아니야?
보통의 사람들은 자세히 이야기할수록 핵심을 받아들이지 못하더군. 그러니 지금까진 구태여 길게 이야기하지 않으려 한 것이다. 그리고
그럼 이번에는 메르소 씨가 요리를 하시면 되겠네요.
Olu swiftly made a suggestion with a shower of claps to break the frigid tension before his turn to be condemned came around.
저희가 물심양면으로 도와드릴게요.
I feel like help is going to be get out of the kitchen.
나는 조수를 두는 걸 선호하는 편이 아니다.
걱정 마시오. 실망시키지 않겠소.
Dawn bravely exclaimed, rolling up her sleeves.
요리는 내 전문 분야가 아니지만 뜻이 그렇다면 기꺼이 해보겠다.
Let's have a look at Ryoshu's team then. While there was a spectacle occurring on Gregor's team, the air has grown tense among Ryoshu's crew.
하지만 대체 짜면서도 싱거워야 하고 너무 달진 않아야 하지만 달콤해야 하고 너무 익혀서는 안 되지만 적당히 탄 음식은 대체 어떻게 만들어야 하는 건데요?
Clearly held throwing the apron he had been wearing on the floor.
못 해먹겠어요. 차라리 이스마엘 씨가 말한 것처럼 히스클리프 씨와 팔씨름에서 이기는 게 더 쉬울지도 모르겠네요.
그건 그냥 농담으로.
확률적으로 계산한다면 그건 싱클레어 씨 키가 일주일 안에 5cm 이상이 자랄 수 있다는 것만큼 터무니없는 말.
조용히 해요. 다 똑같으니까.
고작 그 정도의 충고에도 징징거리는 꼴이라니 나약하고 한심하군.
그렇게 자신 있으시면 오티스 씨가 직접 해보는 게 어떠세요?
As courageous as this rebuttal was, his eyes were shut tight.
어쩔 수 없군. 비켜서라 패잔병들. 결국 이 몸이 나서야 하는 것인가.
In a series of turbulent events I didn't fully catch, Mersault took up Gregor's culinary antenna and always took up Ryoshi's. Kitchen grew busy as Gregor's sinners moved according to Mersault's
이것 보시오.
instructions.
귀엽게 별 모양으로 깎아봐.
감자는 정사각형으로 반드시 잘라야 한다. 골고루 익혀야 하기 때문이다.
거짓말.
정사각형 5cm.
Mersault looked more charismatic than ever, with the mantle of head chef punishment.
이게 뭐야? 닭 요리가 거기서 거기겠지. 그 잃어버린 레시피라는 것도 알고 보면 뭐 정성 한 스푼, 노력 3스푼 반 이런 거 아니었을까?
아, 감자는 이렇게 요리하는 것이었군요.
설마 바삭하게 구워진 채로 수확되는 거라고 생각했냐?
저를 바보 취급하시는군요. 때가 되면 무르익은 감자 열매가 나무에서 떨어지는 것 정도는 알고 있어요. 농담이에요, 히스클리프 씨. 왜 갑자기 다지기용 방망이를 들고?
감자에 말갛게 꽃이 피었어. 이런 척박한 환경에도 결국 봉우리는 튀우는구려.
독이 있다는 신호이니 당장 분질러버려야 한다. 돈키호테, 압수하도록.
알겠네.
아니래요. 탄 것은 탄 것대로 의미가 있어. 사실 탔다는 것은 인간들이 정의하는 허구의 개념일 뿐이고 그 본질은 변한 것이 아닐지도 모르오.
고온에 장시간 노출이 되어 겉표면이 일정 색 이상 변질되었고 매캐한 냄새가 나는 걸 타는 것이라고 한다. 그리고 이것은 안까지 탔군. 장기적인 섭취를 할 경우 몸에 부정 반응을 일으킬 수 있으므로 버려야 옳다.
섭섭하오.
Mersault became a ruthless chef, while Yu-sang remained mostly unhelpful. Heathcliff was peeling ingredients at a surprisingly brisk pace.
말 걸지 마. 집중력 깨지니까. 칼 따위는 사치야. 진정한 가난뱅이는 쇠 숟가락 하나만으로도 모든 감자를 벗겨낼 수 있는 법이니까.
합격이다. 비스듬한 방향으로 깎은 것에 노련미가 보인다는 점에서 가산점을 주겠다.
아싸!
똑바로 보도록. 재료는 골고루 넣어야 한다. 편식이나 해대니까 키가 안 자라는 거다.
전 아직 성장기란 말이에요. 아마도요.
그리고 영양을 불균형하게 섭취하니까 머리가 그렇게 하얗게 새는 거지.
파우스트는 본래
손이 그렇게 거칠어지게 된 것도 다 편식 때문에 그런 거다.
네? 이건 오랜 뱃일 때문에 그런 거예요.
오티스 씨, 나는 어때?
정신없게 소리 지르지 마라. 경박스럽다.
경외라.
There's a demon
혹은
sitting next to me trying to be
괄목하든가.
like cute and stuff.
평범과 비범은 이렇게나 큰
Feels just-
차이를 보이지.
Waiting so she can like try consume my arm or something.
한낱 날개 따위에
I'm
안주할
falling into the
내가
trap,
아니다만
hello.
아직 그 실험들의 결과를 보고 싶으니 참도록 할까.
Alright. Oh, this has nothing for Odin.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한
Drop
세계를
him off.
세우러.
You're a demon. Alright, let's go back into this. I have control over everything but this one. Lock it. Double check. Favor. The favor, but that one's wrong. No, his voice is dead. Hang on. Alright, there we go. Now, all these are two. This is the only one that actually has to kind of be controlled. Goes to there. Pop that there. These two can control any of these they want. Favored, favored, favored. Feels like dismissed forces. Favored. Neutral. Close enough.
불길 속으로.
피가 튀기.
그 오물을
I'm tempted to just make my screen setup into like regular full screen of just like the gameplay and everything. Having the chat somewhere and then just having my model in the corner. Because at this point, I'm looking over. It makes it so much harder to like deal with whenever there's like a like I've actually been doing editing and stuff. Surprising, I know. I would have never thought I'd get it done. But I've been doing like editing and everything for once, and well, I'm assuming you could probably hear that in the mic. Hello, demon. Hi. You're gonna make squeaky noises in the mic? You wanna talk to chat? You wanna interrupt me while I'm talking? So anyways, let's have this one, and then, alright, let's go for this one. But I was doing some editing, and I was looking at, like I was editing down some of the hobby playtime stuff, specifically getting through chapter 2, and I'm realizing, games that have a darker base, you know, games that they're
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
a lot less wizard. Hang on, let me think about the way it is.
참 부탁해요.
We're loading, we're processing. Okay, games
Sonia.
with their base, like, light level is a lot lower. Those do not mesh well. with having a bright purple and pink background around it. Because it just makes it hard to actually see everything. The only problem that I have with it, which is kind of the reason that I switched to having something like this in the first place, is when I'm doing my covers, I'm putting very little effort into them, honestly. Like, I take either a screenshot or just like a picture from the game, and then put one of my little emojis somewhere on the screen. Usually somewhere that there is a circle. Like, it's very low effort, it doesn't take a lot. Now, let's put, here's one that's not struggling, it's favored. So I'm doing that, and I've noticed that, if I want a screenshot, I've been doing that less and less. Like, I barely actually try and grab screenshots anymore. Because I figured out there's a different way that I can do it. A way that actually kind of looks decent. Which is, I'm going on to, like, example of Body Playtime. First chapter, I used the image they used for, the Nintendo version of it, like for the store page and everything. And it worked pretty well. The way that it was set up and everything was very easy to just like plop my face on top of Huggies, go from there. And then getting to chapter 2, you can't do that there. The one that they have for that one, the head is so small and in the background that it would basically just be me using the image that they used for it and then like having my face very small in the background. You know, it doesn't, at that point there's no point even like doing it in the first place. Alright, let's see. Struggling. Only you had a knife. Might as well. Even though you're being attacked. Yeah, let's take that one. Get it out of the way. Ignore this, so I can still attack this one later if I need to. Cigarettes. Favored, neutral. Let's go back. Favored. Dominating. Favored. Unopposed. So yeah, I've noticed that outside of like a couple of times, I don't think I'm actually going to need to grab screenshots. I can just kind of collect from what has been given for that game already. You know, the images that are on like the Steam page or what else is there? The Nintendo page, Epic Games, any of those ones. I don't do them. My hand has been trapped. It's my own fault. I fell for the trap. Yep. I don't actually remember what I was saying, to be fully honest. I feel like, in conclusion, I might remove the, border surrounding it. Figure out where to place chats and, like, notifications and everything, and then just go from there. It might honestly stay that my model and chat will stay on this side of the screen. It might just be a little bit differently adjusted. Alright, where was I? I need to do things. Need to kill things. Let's take that. We could make the entire screen space. Tempting, you know, I
아이는
could.
고통스러운
Hypothetically,
법.
that would. I could just like
벗어날 수
green screen my
있다고
own face.
생각했나?
You know, just pick a color. All of the footage you see is just what's in my hand.
다 죽어라.
Guess that would be a purple screen. Then.
이제 끝내지.
Does it? Yeah,
나
that
손
works.
속을 벗어날 수는 없다. 그 시선 경멸스럽군.
불길 속으로
피가 튀고
Honestly, that is a very tempting offer. Putting my entire screen as just my face.
당연한 결과죠. 저는 선택받았으니까. 그렇겠죠?
Ooh. It's different. Alright, let's go in here. Recommended level 30. Yeah, it's fine.
몸이 따라줄진 모르겠지만 가라면 가야지.
You know we only have 2 chances left, right, team? How about we start with Mersault's? Made by following the formula to a T. Prepared with pinpoint precision, Mersault's dish looked like a picture in a cookbook come to life. Right, we have something that looks like an actual serving, so that's a good start. After having a taste of Mersault's work, the restaurant owner quietly savored it, contemplating for a while. It's a different sound. Had to ruminate on this dish for a long time. It was an excellent serving in all tangible ways. The smell, the taste, the presentation, yet I feel like it's still missing something I couldn't quite describe with words. And that was professionalism as a cook. An ironic smidge of a blemish. That is why this dish cannot get a pass, unfortunately.
갑자기 품격 있는 심사위원장이 된 것 같네요.
Yes.
누가 저 새끼 가면 벗겨봐. 뒤틀렸다는 게 삐뚤어진 정신머리를 뜻하는 걸 수도 있잖아.
인정한다. 그래도 후회 없는 승부였다고 생각한다.
At least the chickens aren't bum rushing us this time. With only one chance left, Elise brought her dish out to the table. Looks neat, nothing too fancy, but it's simple and clean. What are these couple of needles on the dish for this? They look like a clock.
관리자님을 존경하는 마음을 담아 소박하게나마 장식을 해보았습니다.
Oh, I'd give it bonus points if I could. Yeah. The comment that followed from the owner was too sensational for me to put into words.
꼴이 이게 뭐니? 왜
What
머리에
can you-
해괴망측한 가면이나
Maybe
쓰고 있는
backstory
거야?
for it?
엄마 때는 말이야. 별별 일 다 겪어도 어떻게든 살아줬어. 고작 그런 거 가지고 낙담하면 이 험한 세상을 어떻게 살아갈래 정말?
My mother was always like that. Rather than kind and caring words, she would scold me with her nitpicky lectures. She was so particular about chicken, too. Rarely touched a piece that anybody else would take in a heartbeat. Running this restaurant, I'd forgotten something important. I fucking hate cooking.
어머니,
How's our chance? The distortion or whatever on him is
이것
weakening.
보세요. 사장님 앞에 어디론가 향하는 문 같은 것이 생겨났어요. 이 안으로 들어가야 하는 걸까요?
대체 OT 요리는 뭐가 달랐던 거야?
진입하지 제군들. 끝장을 보러 간다.
All right, let's see into the mind of someone. Oh, all right. Into the mystery dungeon we go. Right. Along. We stand at the entrance of the dungeon of the dungeon of the fathoms. In an empty space, we find a lone vending machine. Where does it get its power? Besides that, what's with this uncanny feeling? Standing in front of the vending machine, we see rows of buttons. Alright. One top row, middle, bottom. What do we want? Do we want burn, rupture, or keywordless? What is a keywordless ego gift? Keywordless thing. Alright, let's see what this is. The ego gift drops from the machine with a clunk. We try pressing other buttons just in case, but the machine doesn't respond. Not exactly how keyword pop here. Got it. Still caught in the lingering sense of deja vu, we decide to move on. Focus encounter starts, apply 2 damage up to all allies. Cool. Alright, should be pretty helpful. Let's go straight. And we need our team comp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
눈 멀지 않게 조심하도록.
Alright, we're back to this. Very happy to be back to this.
불길 속으로.
We followed dungeons. Alright, you should listen to
기가
this. Yeah, I think someone told me that last time. Alright, so it's just one floor, I guess. It looked like there were a couple of levels after this. I'm assuming it's this, and there's just a couple of, like, story and basic fight levels to finish off. Alright, that's a... Well, it's... Oh, it's a shield one. We're not wasting ability on that.
먼저 간다.
I feel like at this point I can just kind of...
나선 속을
Yeah.
벗어날 순 없다. 벗어날 수 있다고 생각했나?
다 죽어라.
And here. Some folks are blocking the way. They're sitting on a deck, yelling at each other. Look at this succulent piece. The rich juice running down the fibers of luscious meat. This is what chicken is about. Wrong. This piece has a clean taste. There is not an ounce of grease tainting the tongue. This is the real deal. The two turn around at the same time to face you. You there, tell us which is better. Chicken's chicken. Gotta be a drumstick, all rich and juicy. Chicken is the answer you want. Cool. That's true. And irrefutable point. They lower their hands and settle down. Strange thing we're fighting over. They're right. The one truth is that the chicken is always right. After a passionate handshake, the two gave me their bucket of chicken. A wise gourmet such as yourself deserves both pieces. Please, take this, we insist. Chicken's chicken gives you both rewards. Hot and juicy drumstick obtained. Dry to the bone breast obtained. Alright, when inflicting burn with skills against enemies, inflict +5. Ooh, very nice. When inflicting rupture, +5. Cool, cool. Alright. Well, I could just go in a straight line. Alright, let's go.
잘 되었으면 좋겠네요.
By the way, if you see it in your own runs, you should always go for the Hell's Chicken floor theme pack. You see it shows up on floor 2. That event is one of the reasons. Okay. Alright, so if I see Hell's Chicken, you gotta go for it. Honestly. Unless I'm told there's one that's like way better, that's probably what my baseline would be. I will happily fight the chicken. The chicken hybrids, I guess. Oh, I guess the what are they called? Parasites? Guaranteed 2 tier 3 gifts, even if you're not running through rupture. Fantastic fusion father. Ooh, very cool.
먼저 간다.
Never take requests.
참 부탁해요.
Like, you remember this. I'm guessing it's Renner.
다 죽어라.
쉽네.
좋아, 다 죽어라.
Raising ball. Got it. Alright, let's go forward. A bright spotlight shines on a portion of the noisy area. Seems as though the chickens are attending a ball? It's a tango. Looking at their movements, which might be a dance or a tussle, you notice sauce leaking from one of them. Doesn't seem to be aware of this. Alert truthfully, you saw nothing. Give a few subtle hints. Alright, what do we want for this? You saw nothing. Yep, I saw nothing. Should we inform them? Yeah, but they look pretty happy right now, don't they? It couldn't hurt to sit and watch just a little bit longer, right? What will become of it when it loses all its juice? Maybe it'll just become an unseasoned chicken. In time, the leakage ceased. Perhaps it noticed that it became lighter? Suddenly performed a highly technical move. Astonishing. Chickens around it stopped their dance and watched its performance, mesmerized. Soon enough, they approached the performer, letting out screams that sounded like cheers. They walked out of the light, tossing the special one up and down as a celebration. All that remained was the spilled sauce. We got Tango Marinade. Alright, let's go. This is reason number 2 for taking this back. Right. Allies gain clash power by half their speed against opponents with lower speed. Ooh, nice. Alright, follow the crispy scent.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Oh no, it's back to normal. Oh no. Alright. That's fantastic. What's your win clashes you'd otherwise have no business even attempting? Cool. Alright. Wait, so that's an error.
삶은
See that?
고통스러운 법.
좋아.
두렵진 않네요.
Wait, no, those daggers.
지금은 두렵지
This?
않아요. 두렵진 않네요.
벗어날 수 있다고 생각했나?
Gotta go. Well, good luck. Hate to see you leave, but thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed your time. Alright. It's time for a duel.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
How many are there? 4. Got this. What's the catch? That's a 5, so it's that over there. This is the one that's here, right? Still in the close. There. Kill that. I might just target this one since it has more health. You're the one I have back. Got it. Let's do this. Pop that with the top.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
그 오물을 가져가라.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, we do have, I think it was last stream that I got, well, not last stream, like, last week I got a Redeem Edition request for this game. So it has been added now. It is, I think I said for 2,000, and then it's switching the game
삶은 고통스러운 법.
language for 10. It's nothing too dire, but it seems like
피가
definitely gonna be at least a little bit anyway.
두렵진 않네요.
이제 끝내지.
So now there is that one that can be done. Alright, following a crispy scent. To battle
이게
we go.
끌 거 없어. 바로 간다.
Having visions I've never seen before. These must be his memories.
충격을 받아서 부분적으로 기억을 잃어버렸던 장면일 수도 있겠군요.
후, 찾아내기 힘들었어. 특급 비밀 레시피라고 해서 매우 철저하게 숨겨져 있을 줄 알았는데 라면 받침대로 쓰이고 있었을 줄이야.
그건 우리 식당 레시피? 어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
스파이를 파견했다. 최저 시급으로도 1시간 일찍 나와서 오픈 준비를 해줄 아르바이트생이 진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
왜 이런 짓을?
어쩔 수 없어. 본사에서 제시한 만큼의 실적을 못 낸다면 우리 가게는 문을 닫을 수밖에 없다고.
그래도 레시피는 전부 내 머릿속에 있어. 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에 다진 마늘.
소용없어. 개념 소각기에 넣을 생각이거든. 머릿속 기억까지 영영 사라지겠지.
안 돼! 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에.
그러니까 내가 경고했을 때 일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
설탕... 아니, 설탕이 맞았나? 아무것도 기억이 안 나.
그 자식 첫인상부터 마음에 들지 않았어. 검내 금포 붙였을 때부터 알아보았지.
개념 소각기에 넣었다면 레시피는 영영 되찾을 수 없다고 봐야겠네요.
개념 소각기가 뭐? 아니야. 이스마의 표정을 보니까 그다지 묻고 싶지 않아졌어.
네?
개념 소각기라 한다면 기술을 영구 소멸할 수 있는 대표적인 기술이요. 이를테면 파우스트 양이 메피스토펠레스를 발명하기 전의 상태로 돌아가는 것이지.
시간이 되돌아가는 건가요?
아니요, 그저 머릿속에서 없던 일이 되어버릴 뿐. 기술과 관련되어 있는 모든 문서, 사진, 아주 작고 작은 부품 조각, 파우스트 양의 기억까지 뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
해당 특이점 소각기 제품의 비용에 따라 효과와 범위가 다르지만요.
양념이었는지 간장 양념이었는지 설탕이 주재료였는지 아니면 소금이었는지 아무것도 남지 않아. 심지어 가게를 찾아왔던 수많은 손님들조차도 이제 노력해봤자 아무 소용없어. 모두 헛수고일 뿐이야.
And we all just heard him say it.
마음부터 물러터졌군. 은봉? 그딴 촌스러운 이름이나 걸고 하니까 장사가 안 되는 거다.
은봉은 우리 어머니 이름인데.
말 너무 심.
본래 촌스러울수록 정감이 있는 법이지. 문제는 알량한 네 마음가짐이다.
Why are you so eager to start fights?
자, 그 글러먹은 태도를 고쳐주지.
Alright, time for more violence. Time for you to shield for a minute. A little bit of casual essential horror from the city, a machine that can just erase part of everyone's memories. Yeah, that's something, alright. Alright, let's block this one again. We need that. Let's see. Yes. You were checking it there. Nope, okay, just throw that there. Checking for that. Maybe.
불길
Send
속으로.
that.
기가 튀게.
Send that. It's a risk. Risk I probably shouldn't take, but that is the good news. I can use it to make a kill, I guess? But I don't think I don't have enough for that. There is no kill in this, especially because we have all of the high HP. To do that, I'm still in the clear technically, so let's use that for that. Please recover. And let's use these two to try and take down this one.
먼저 간다. 다 죽어라.
We're gonna be playing thin ice right now.
이제 끝내지.
It's the 7, and that is going to give me exactly to it. Stagger on that. Hypothetically, do I have enough to kill? I don't think I do. We can unoppose that. We should be able to maybe knock it down. Horribles are dominating. Favors. Dominating. Send that to unopposed afterwards. That's going back. Alright, no. This does need to go here. Drop that there.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
I don't think I'm gonna kill, but I hopefully can get close enough that I can maybe
그 오물을
outspeed. That thing's dead. It's been obliterated.
그 시선 경멸스럽다.
Alright. Oh, and you're first. Alright, doesn't matter, it's gonna go down. Yeah, let's see. I was hoping I'd be able to maybe knock out the fight before it got a chance to pop in.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
It doesn't seem like that's the case.
숲에 발을 들일 때는 조심했어야죠.
Someone got staggered. Got staggered. He got staggered. Or, no, she did. I know who that is. Alright, we're on 30 for that. These two are staggered. That.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Hoping that Fluid Stack can help with this.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
이제 끝내지.
Wasn't even necessary. Alright.
치킨을 튀기면서 어느샌가 중요한 사실들을 잊고 있었다. 그래, 내가 궁극적으로 만들고 싶었던 치킨은 어머니조차 맛있게 드실 수 있는 그런 치킨이었다. 그 한없이 까다로웠던 입맛까지도 만족시킬 수 있는. 아니, 사실 알고 있었다. 엄마가 치킨을 드시지 않는 건 넉넉지 못했던 우리 집의 사정 때문이었음을. 그래서 우리 집에는 항상 쿠폰이 쌓여 있었다. 10개를 모으면 하나를 공짜로 받을 수 있는. 어머니는 그걸 모으고 또 모아서 당신은 입에도 대지 않을 고작 치킨 한 마리를 먹이기 위해. 응? 피자 쿠폰이었네.
엄마는 치킨보단 피자파야.
정신이.
He's gone back to normal.
좋은 작전이었다. 당근과 채찍. 군사 작전에서 종종 써먹기도 하는 효과적인 전술 방식이지.
그게 작전이었나요? 그냥 평소처럼 호되게 막말하고 선제 공격을 한 거랑 무슨 차이가?
나와 이 애송 소년만이 눈치챈 기류지. 잘 따라와줬다.
감사합니다, 오티스님.
You just called him rookie, didn't you?
감사합니다. 덕분에 새 출발을 할 수 있을 것 같아요. 중요한 건 레시피가 아니었어요. 누군가를 위하는 마음. 설사 그 형태가 피자일지라도 정성만 담겨 있다면 손님들은 좋아해 줄 거예요.
어이, 저 치킨집에서 무제한 이용권을 준다고 했단 말이야. 어쩔 거야?
나 지금쯤이면 닭다리를 종류별로 뜯고 있을 줄 알았어.
큰 건 아니지만 이걸 받아주세요.
Owner of Limbus gave us a wrapped up box.
가게에 단 하나밖에 없는 귀한 보물입니다.
하나밖에 없는 걸 우리가 받아도 되겠는가?
여러분이 아니었다면 식당을 다시 열지도 못했을 테니까 보답이라고 생각해 주세요.
Alright, so what's gonna be inside the box? 'Cause
그렇게
it's gonna be
해서
something weird.
뒤틀림도 해결하고 이 보물을 얻게 된 것이오. 어떻소? 깊은 감명에 말을 잇지 못하는 중이오.
우리들은 음봉이네로 향했다네부터 듣지 않았어.
아예 처음부터 듣지 않은 거였어.
어차피 파우스트가 보고서를 올릴 텐데 못하러 니들의 수다 따위를 들어주고 있어야 하지.
그쪽은 신경 끄고 동키. 우린 빨리 상자를 풀어봐야지. 뭐가 들어있을까나?
Surrounded by sinners full of anticipation, the lid was lifted.
단 하나밖에 없는 마스코트 인형 봉이입니다. 쓸 일이 있지 않을까 하여 만들었는데 이렇게 드리게 되어 기쁘네요. 웃음.
It's a weird
아니야.
little creature.
이럴 리 없어. 인형 배를 갈라보면 뭐라도 들어있지 않을까?
He didn't seem like the kind of person to do that.
그 처치곤란해서 우리한테 그냥 처분한 거 아닐까?
그 소각기인가 뭔가에 버리자.
A hand gently tugged at the doll Heathcliff had gripped with a ferocious rage.
카로는 이 승객 마음에 들어.
대체 어디가 마음에 든다는?
눈 말고는 아무것도 갖고 있지 않잖아. 그게 좋아.
그래. 그럼 된 거지. 인형은 버리지 마.
By the end
눈
of this
말고
game, is Sharon
아무것도
gonna have just
없다기엔
like a bunch of
팔다리랑 몸통도 있다.
different pieces that we've collected throughout the game up front? Just like that, the chicken plushie we got. Instead of free food for life,
네,
earn
동랑소장.
success.
뒤틀림은 무사히 해결되었습니다. 직접 확인했습니다. 처음엔 조금 믿었지 못해 보였는데 이야기를 나누셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 이제 저들을 데려오겠습니다.
이제 어떡하죠? 전 주어가 빠진 문장을 싫어합니다. 저 식당이 문을 다시 열면 우리 가게에 손님이 빠져나갈 겁니다. 그럼 할당량을 못 채우게 될 거고. 훔친 레시피를 개념 소각기에 넣었을 때부터 살아남을 궁리를 해두셨어야죠.
도둑질을 하려거든 집주인도 못 알아채게 해라. 이 속담도 모르십니까?
그런 건 모르는데
네, 제가 방금 만들어낸 말이거든요. 다음부턴 기억하세요. 그럼 이만 손님들 맞을 준비를 해야 해서요.
For long, we were dragged into the mess of unprecedented scale.
당연한 결과죠. 저는
Right.
선택받았으니까
And we leveled up, which means
그렇겠죠?
you're very much over. That's actually, let me look at this. We're almost at 2 hours, so I might set this to be how actually hang on, let me the bus. Let's put it just over. So we'll take 3, we'll have it at about full. And then once we hit the thing, did you have a bonus, Lucy? I did not. I will have to
우리는
remember to do that after
야심가도
this.
탐욕가도 아니며 그저 기술을 사랑했던 아이에 불과했지. 처음으로 우리가 숨을 쉰다고 느꼈던 그날을 기억하오. 그때는 말일세 그 숨만으로도 충분했었어.
Wait, you can't grab it. Oh wait, I can't.
그날만 공기가 맑았거나.
Is there another thing I have to do for that one? The view is obscured by smoke. Terrified screams, hopeless outcries, pained moans, and the sound of hard objects breaking creates a cacophony.
시계를
Weird gimmick.
돌려야 할 시간.
That did make sense. We were at like 8 when we jumped to the thing. I can hear you saying, the only conscious sinner at the moment must muster up his remaining strength to speak. It's an optional no, the harder version of the oh no. The others are on the floor among dismembered corpses. Fatal injuries were left by an anomaly. Yet, we are in the middle of the nest. Weren't anomalies supposed to be confined within lobotomy corpse branch facilities or dungeons? Hello, demon. Hi. Meanwhile, the abnormalities pierced Yisang. I had nothing else to share this. I had no one else to share this.
이번엔 어디를 가는 건가요?
There primarily as a means to farm the event currency. Ooh, alright. Sinners seem to grow quite accustomed to this work. As if we were on a road trip. Some were far less hesitant to ask about our next destination.
아니요. 이번 작전의 시작점은 장소가 아니라 사람입니다.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll do that after this.
사람이라 하였소?
About how long do you think that
의뢰인이
will take?
계시거든요.
그건 저희가 해결사 사무소처럼 외부로부터 의뢰까지 받는다는 소리예요?
벌써부터 의뢰가 몰아치고 있는 겐가? 훌륭하군. 곧 이름 날리는 해결사가 되어버릴지도 모르겠어.
조용. 질문에 대한 대답은 내가 한다. 너희도 알다시피 황금가지라는 존재는 비교적 최근에 발견된 개념이다. 다행스럽게도 일전에 거쳐온 J사나 D사는 황금가지에 특별한 관심을 두지 않았어. 그래서 뒷골목의 잡배들이 어슬렁거리거나 변변치 않은 것들이 조직을 만들어 점령하곤 했지. 하지만 일찌감치 황금가지의 존재를 눈치채기도 한 날개도 있지. 지금 우리가 있는 K사처럼.
응? 하지만 K사에 있었던 황금가지는 우리가 이미 얻은 거 아니었어?
하나의 날개에 하나의 황금가지만 존재한다고 한 적 없는 것 같은데. 로보토미 지부는 우리의 생각보다 복잡하다. 말 그대로 가지처럼 곳곳에 뻗어 있지.
저희 집 지하실과 연결되어 있던 것처럼 말이죠.
황금가지에 대한 소유권은 아직까지 명확히 정의된 바가 없다. 그렇기 때문에 황금가지를 최초로 발견한 자에게 소유권이 넘어간다라는
원시적인 규칙을 적용하고 있을 뿐이고.
Alright, yeah, I'll
뭐
probably just do
잠들어
that.
있는 보물은 원래 먼저
Post-stream.
찜한 사람이 가지는 거니까.
그래서 황금가지 소유권을 조건으로 의뢰를 받았다는 소린가?
Demon spit on me.
정확히는 그쪽에서 거래를 제안해 온 거지.
What was that for?
우리로서는 황금가지가 걸려 있는 의뢰인이만큼 선택의 여지는
네, 없었겠네요.
그러니 이 얘기를 언제까지 반복해야 할지 모르겠지만 의뢰인에게 밉보일 행동은 하지
What's that
말도록.
for? Yeah, you don't get to come back.
자,
By the way,
그럼 목적지에 도착할 때까지 닥치고 있도록 늘 하던 대로 말이야.
단테 씨가 무언가를 말하려는 것
you're
같았어요.
banned now. Thank you, Faust.
미안하게 됐습니다, 딴테. 째깍거리는 것에 일일이 반응해 준다는 게 여간 익숙한 일은 아니니까 말입니다.
Now we're officially in season 2 content. Let's go. So what are the bone vows used for anyways? When I think about it, all we were told is the vague order to collect them. Nothing about what the company plans to do with them.
그가 황금가지의 쓰임새에 대해 묻고 있군요.
허허, 드디어 반출하는 것을 하는 겁니까, 관리자 딴테. 회사의 행보에 호기심을 다 가지시다니. 그렇다면 이 길잡이도 친절한 설명을 통해 관리를 도와야만 하겠군요. 황금가지라는 건
Not that bad. I
말
already
그대로
expected from mine.
가지입니다. 줄기에서 뻗어나가고자 하는 부분이 있다면 그것을 가지라고 부르지요. 그리고 그 가지는 황금색으로 빛나죠.
오, 과연
Don Quixote was the only one responding passionately to this information. Thanks to this exchange, he painted me as an ignorant bloke who doesn't even know something. But yeah, shrugs at me and
베르,
something. I don't know.
길이 막혔어. 돌아가야 해.
His thoughts go way too fast for me to say.
막혔다고요? 막다른 길은 이상한데요.
Doesn't even know.
더군다나
Precious.
K사 둥지 한복판에 뭔가 소동이 생길 일이 있을.
Before Ishmael could finish her sentence, a dull thud at the window interrupted her.
방금 버스에 부딪혀서 튕겨져 나간 거 사람이었지?
40대 초반으로 보이는 남성. 후두부에 큰 손상을 입은 것 같군. 부딪히기 전부터 죽어 있었다. 그래,
You're
단순한
just gonna spit
소동은
on me
아닌
again.
듯하군. 내려
For
해결할 수
anyone
있는
that's not
문제라면
well
해결한
aware
후
of
다시 돌아오고
my streams, the
그럴 수
demons are
있는
cats.
문제가 아니라면?
해결이 될
Like,
때까지
When I'm talking
끊임없이
to
시계가 돌려지겠지.
talking to a demon. I'm talking to a little cat-shaped demon. It's one elegant way of telling us to go die 1,000 deaths.
그럼 전원
The
하차.
convenience of not having to click is just not worth it in a relation crap like that.
왜?
That's
어차피 이렇게
fair.
말할 거 아니었어? 대신 말해준 거잖아.
I know that if I'm clicking it every
기대되네요.
time, I'm going to
이번엔
cut
또
people off
어떤
because I
모험이
don't know
우리를 기다리고
where the
있을까요?
exact stop in their dialogue is. Like some of them, it says it just one flat line. Some of them they say, and then they continue saying what they're saying. Like there's just a pause there and everything. Okay, real quick, I'm speaking of pauses, going to take a pause to clean up a little bit. I'm pretty sure she like went, got water, walked back, and then just like spit it on me. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with her. Honestly, she might just drool on me. Either way, I will be right back. Alright. Alright, let's just keep going. Just listen and wait for them to be quiet for a moment. You see, I do that. The thing is, I do it and I'm still wrong.
삶을 깨치기 위함이라.
버스 너머로 봤다시피 이곳은 둥지 한복판입니다. 예상치 못한 소동과는 거리가 제일 멀어야 할 장소죠.
아, 그렇다는 건 진기한 소동이라는 뜻인가요?
Never except drowsy Honglu tenses up. Careful of being observant of what's going on. Someone was running our way in a hurry. From the other side. The civilian was too hurried to look ahead. They bumped into the sinners and fell to the ground.
저기로 가면 안 돼요. 자, 안심하시오. 우리는 그대들을 지키기 위해 달려온.
영혼 같은 건 아니니까 쓸데없는 말은 하지 마시죠.
어이, 우린 저 앞으로 가야 돼. 별것도 아닌 걸로 멈춰 세운 거면 몽둥이 찜질 당할 줄 알아라.
Looking at Heath's intimidating face and Ishmael's frowning expression in turn, civilians seemed to take a moment to consider which would be more of a threat.
앞에 있어서는 안 될 것이. 뭔지는 모르겠어요.
You're banned.
처음 보는 것이.
You are banned.
다들 소리 지르면서 도망치다가 사람들이 나뒹굴고 불에 타고.
앞에 있던 것이 인간의 형태가 아니었나?
네, 맞아요.
사람이 아닌 곳이라면
Keeping the suspected possibilities in our mind, we head for the center of the disturbance.
이게 어떻게 된 일이죠?
그 뒤틀림인지 뭔지일 수도 있는 거 아니야? 치킨집처럼.
No, that's different. That one is an anomaly, not a distortion.
단태 씨가
Sure
말씀하신
of it.
대로 환상체일 확률이 높습니다. 관리자는 느낄 수 있으니까요.
But then, why? Why is an abnormality in the middle of the nest?
파우스트도 보고 받아본 적 없는 현상이네요. 대부분의 로보토미 지부들은 몰락과 동시에 지부 폐쇄를 진행했어요.
I was reminded of the cipher Yuri told us about, but I quickly shook off those
설사
gloomy
그 사이에
memories.
환상체가 탈출을 했더라도 적어도 이번 작전 직전에는 보고가 있었어야 타당해요. LCC가 저런 광경을 확인하지 못했을 것이라고 생각하긴 어려우니까요.
저기 있는 사람들은 K사 쪽에서 파견된 직원들일까요?
환상체를 제압하고 있다기보다는 그냥 무참히 짓밟히고 있는데요.
마치 D사지부에서 신나게 쥐어터졌던 우리 모습을 보는 것 같은 걸.
아니, 전에 닭집도 그러더니 K사는 원래 이런 거야? 이제 이런 식의 환영 인사는 사양하고 싶은데.
Right as they complained, debris created by the rampaging and the abnormality narrowly grazed past us.
뭐해? 얼빠지게 구경만 하고 있다간 우리도 저 새끼들도 모조리 곤죽행이라고.
단단히 착각하고 있는 모양인데 저기 제정신 아닌 꼬맹이가 매일 짓거리는 헛소리에 세뇌라도 당한 건가?
어이? 정신 나간 꼬맹이가 어디 있는 것이오?
길잡이는 분명 소란이 해결된 후에 돌아오라 했지. 우리더러 직접 나서라고 말한 적은 없었다.
아니, 넌 뭘 그렇게 개같이 빙빙 꼬아 생각하는 거냐? 방금 못 봤어? 내 대가리가 터질 뻔했잖아. 우리한테 뭔 불똥이 튈 줄 알고. 다 두드려 패버리면 끝날 일을. 뭐, 방석 깔고 구경할까? 치킨 뜯으면서? 어?
임무와 직결되지 않은 싸움에 구태여 목숨을 저당 잡힐 필요는 없다는 말이다. 너희 같은 우물들은 느끼지 못했겠지만 죽는 횟수가 거듭될수록 전투의 효율도 조금씩 떨어져 간다. 겪어본 고통일수록 더 두려워지는 법이니까.
하지만 앞에서 사람들이 계속 죽어가고 있는데요.
시간은 걸리고 희생은 많겠지만 언젠간 제압을 하겠지. 바로 우리처럼. 그리고 죽을 때마다 부모나 찾으며 울던 녀석이 몸소 희생을 자처할 줄은 몰랐군. 이제 죽는 것 따위는 우스운가 보지?
수감자들 사이에서 최적의 판단을 내려야 한다면 이자의 말이 맞다.
They're not fixers. They certainly can't be heroes. Turning the clock obviously hurts whenever I do it, and the pain is something I can never get used to. And yet, we should suppress it. Can't logically explain why, but I feel like we should.
시계대가리에 너도 똑같은 헛소리를 했다면 시계째로 웃기고 뛰쳐나갔을 거야.
결정이라면 따르겠습니다.
그래 뭐 잘한 선택일 거야.
저 그렇게 판단해 주셔서 감사해요.
별것도 아닌 일에 쓸데없이 잡생각이 많군 시계. 예술가는 못 되겠어.
다른 누구도 아닌 당신을 위한 결정이었습니다, 관리자님.
There's walk ahead after leaving me comments. While the others moved forward, Foss remained and gave me a peculiar stare. What is it? You think my judgment was inefficient?
아니요. 모든 기억을 되찾은 당신이 어떤 반응을 할지 흥미로워서요.
Foss' strange statements held me in place for a moment, but I decided I want to deal with the questions that are immediately in front of me. Foss, I've been wondering for a while, are you really okay with being treated like this? Considering your talent and everything. Someone of her caliber should have no problem enjoying the luxurious
파우스트는
life of the
괜찮아요.
city.
그리고 인재라는 말은 파우스트에게 적합한 단어는 아닌 것 같군요. 인재는 다수가 될 수 있지만 파우스트는 다수에 포함되고 싶지 않으니까요. 수감자 중에 가장 상식적인 의미의 인재에 대해 논한다면 이상 씨가 있겠네요. 참고로 저는 천재고요.
Lee-Sing stopped walking behind the other sinners and turned around to face me. Looking again, his eyes actually stared into the emptiness behind me.
그렇지 않소. 나는 날개짓을 멈춘 지 오래요. 그러니 재능을 논하는 것은 무용한 짓일 테요, 관리자.
Curiously enough, I find that some sinners feel more distant as we spend more time together.
저 날아다니는 기계는 뭐지? 아까부터 거슬려. 110생을 3000번째 하고 있는 중.
저건 드론이라 불리는 것이오.
아, 어쩌면 K사에서 저희를 도와주기 위해 파견한 전투용 드론일지도 모르겠네요. K사는 기술이 평균 수준 이상으로 발전한 둥지같으니까요.
I cannot remember who the fourth
생김새를
person to
보아하니
introduce themselves was.
전투 기능은 따로 마련되어 있진 않아 보여요. 그리고 가운데엔 카메라가 달려있군요.
뭐, 잘 사는 도시에 이런 난장판이 벌어졌는데 카메라들이 몰릴만도 하겠네요.
Ash is mumbled.
우리도 그럼 뉴스라는 거에 나오는 것인가?
그런데 이 드론들 왜 시체랑 죽어가는 사람들만 찍고 있는 거예요?
Until I go back and just like look at the first log and
자극적인
see
쪽으로
who's the
시선이
fourth one
몰리는
to
건
introduce
당연한 일이지
himself.
않겠어?
이만큼 끔찍한 사고가 일어났다. 뭐 이런 거지 않을까?
하지만
잠깐 꼬맹이.
Yes, who
앞에.
can't do you think this is?
아무리 봐도 이상하잖아요.
I know it's not Rio. Sinclair.
이것 봐요. 왜
I know
저를
it's not
계속 찍고
Sinclair. I
있는
know it's not
건데요.
Ryoshu. Not Foss.
난 혼 없는 관객은 좋아하지 않아.
수가 적지 않다. 그리고 이 드론
I want to guess
환상체가
Marcel,
날뛰는
but he
지역에
doesn't seem like the
접근하지
kind of person that
못하도록
would introduce himself
의도적으로
early.
봉쇄를 하고 있는 것 같군.
그럴 리가.
Same with Otis.
도와주러 온
Well, I mean,
사람한테
Otis
굳이
seems
나서서
like they would
방해를
introduce themselves early, but it doesn't seem like it would be. Yes. Seems very technical. Now drones have started lining up, forming a wall as if to stop us from proceeding any further.
안녕하십니까. 시민 여러분의 안전을 위해 10m 이상 물러나 주시기를 바랍니다. K사의 직원들이 파견되었습니다. 시민 여러분은 안전합니다. 10m 이상 물러나 주시기를 바랍니다.
I feel like Dawn's is later on too.
그러니까 그 잘난 너네 직원들이 다 뒤져가고 있다니까?
안녕하십니까. 시민 여러분은 안전합니다. 10m 이상 물러나 주시기를 바랍니다.
애초에 말이 안 되는
It's not how I
방송이에요.
imagine Ishmael's to
이런
look.
난장판에서 고작 10m 이상 물러난다고 안전해지겠어요?
쓸데없는 짓거리를 하는구만. 고장이 났던 설계가 잘못된 것이든 일단 이놈들을 전부 격추해야 방해 안 받고 환상체한테 붙을 수 있겠어.
There's to reflect either way.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
So whoever I thought
피가 튀기.
that. I mean, we had that moment of boss that was talking about what's his name? The bird guy. Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, bird guy. I don't remember when-ish he would have introduced himself.
불길 속으로 그 오물을 다 죽어라.
I feel like a compressive elimination who it
빛을
can't be.
끝내지.
So who I don't think it was.
경멸스럽고.
I might actually have to look at the list of sinners though.
경멸스럽고.
먼저 간다.
벗어날 수 있다고 생각했나? 벗어날 수 있다고 생각했나?
Hi. Do you want something? I can tell that you want something. I don't know why I asked. Right, I might have to actually look at all the sinners to
경외라
process of elimination
혹은
this.
괄목하든가. 평범과
Go over
비범은
here. Process of elimination. Can't be you. Can't be you. Can't be. What did we just do? Hold on. It can't be any of these three because we've already done them. I know that Ryoshu is later. I think that someone in chat said that, or I might have just accidentally seen a spoiler. At this point, coin toss. So that leaves... We know it's not Foss. Foss was the last. I remember that one. I remember Foss was the last one to introduce themselves. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do think that someone in chat at some point had mentioned that Dawn's is far, far later. So think I can knock out Dawn, so let's take those out of the ring. He's very don't speak unless spoken to, so I don't think he would have introduced himself early unless he was kind of directed to. I feel like he would introduce himself early, but I don't remember him introducing himself early. I feel like he was like maybe, I don't know, 6th-ish? Like somewhere kind of in the middle. So I think I can press that. Well, no. I don't think he would introduce himself early either, so knock him out of the ring. I would say Ishmael, but I feel like there's been so much mention of like the ships and stuff that I feel like we would have something more telling with like a more nautical theme, just basing around whatever region she's in or like district, I guess, actually. So that would leave Sing and Otis. And I guess because we have only seen like the intro kind of, it would also leave Ishmael. Can't guarantee his, that's 4. Gut instinct, probably not Ishmael. I think I can actually honestly cross out this entire row, because I think that she's hiding something. I know that there's going to be like a big like plot twist moment with this. I know there is something that is being hidden just because of all of like the Odyssey stuff. There has, honestly, that's another boat one. But like that's, I don't think so. So that would leave, what's your name again? Honglu or Yi Sang. From there we have 2 of those. He doesn't seem like one that would introduce himself early, but he seems like one that would introduce himself not late. Like it would be begrudging, but it would be not like super far near the end. Like in comparison, I'm gonna adjust in my seat real quick, so I apologize at any chair sounds that are heard. Like if we're talking about someone like Meursault, I don't think he would introduce himself early. I think that he would not want to introduce himself early. He would only introduce himself when he is directly interacted with. So anyone that would be willing to introduce himself early would be above that one. She seems like she wouldn't care, so she would also be kind of closer to the end. Like those two. He seems like he would introduce himself if, like, he was directly in range of it. So early to mid, I'd say. I think he's mid though. It could still be Ishmael, because I think it's probably either Yi Sang or Ishmael. If I don't see a boat anytime soon, I'm guessing Yi Sang. It's very technological. I don't think we're gonna see a boat. What are these? Anyways. Tell me, chat, am I like at least slightly close? Did I at least not mark off the wrong person extremely quickly?
눈 멀지 않게 조심하도록.
Hello, Damon. Ooh, that's something. Alright, and it's one of these. Alright. Ignore that one. 4, 5, 6, 5. Something's gonna hit. Alright. Okay, let's put that there. Actually, let's... Yeah. This here. That goes over here. Struggling either way. It's a 5, so I actually might want to move this up there. We want that on that. Or not on that, on this one. There. This up to here. It should be good.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
I need to take something down. There. These are both neutral.
삶은 고통스러운 법.
That's not good. It's really not good. Don't have the second bats.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
I feel like I should have tried to kill one of the drones. Like full all attack on one drone. Get rid of it and then I can do it.
깨달음은 괴롭지.
That way rather than having Alright, you're staggered. I might ignore you for now. Destroy a drone first and foremost. That's And then do some stack damage.
불길 속으로.
Yep, well, that's dead. We can ignore that for now. Counter.
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Hopefully that's enough to take that down. Yeah, alright, that one's down.
경외감 속에 숨어들. 진경.
That was just cool.
이제 끝내지.
시선에
And- alright, there we go.
눈이 멀지 않도록.
겨우 다 처리했네. 설마 이 드론들 우리 보고 물어내라고 하진 않겠지?
I think this place is way beyond the damage you can repair with money.
합당한 방어였다고 제 선에서 보고서로 처리해보죠.
파우, 내가 말했던가? 자기는 정말 뭐라 해야 하지? 암튼 그거 짱이야.
깨달음이 느리신 편이군요.
뭔가 이상해요. 이 환상체요. 평소와는 다른 느낌이 들어요.
평소라고 할 만큼 많이 겪은 건 아닌 것 같지만 뭐 주위에 소리 지르는 구경꾼들이 있다는 정도가 다르긴 한가?
어떻게 된 거야 이 환상체들? 둥지 복판에 나타난 것도 모자라서 왜 지금까지 만난 환상체보다 더 끔찍해졌지?
And I've seen that one in Mirror Dungeon a few times too. Never in a fight though. Come to think of it, what was the deal with those abnormalities in the Mirror Dungeons that didn't fight us?
우리가 본 건 거울 던전의 균열을 통해서 엿본 환산체의 심상이자 보금자리예요.
그것은 굉장히 좁고도 불안정한 균열이요.
맞아요. 그래서 한정된 상호작용만 가능했던 거죠.
그딴 건 모르겠고 이건 왜 이리 끈질겨? 철도에서 잡은 것들만큼 독한데.
확실히 그러하다.
게다가 환상체에게서 떨어지는 이 기분 나쁜 액체는 뭐죠?
As the Sinners pointed out, the abnormalities here were clearly different from what we encountered before. This is... It oozes a mysterious liquid with a blue glint.
성분을 검토할 시간은 없으니 최대한 신체와 닿지 않게 해야겠어요.
알아. 굳이 묻히면서 다닐 생각은 없다고.
야, 이것들 어디서 뭐 잘못 주워 먹은 거 아니야? 무슨 광견병 걸린 것 마냥.
히스클리프 씨, 위요!
Githos was knocked to the ground, unable to resist.
관리자님, 아무래도 고생 좀 하시겠네요.
제가 간언했다는 점 꼭 기억해 주시기 바랍니다, 관리자님. 총원, 전투 준비!
Figured it would come to this. I've come too far to be afraid of pulling dead sinners back to life. Let's beat them up and head back.
경외라 혹은 괄목하든가. 평범과 비범은 이렇게나 큰 차이를 보이지.
Oh, are these
한낱 날개 따위에 안주할 내가 아니다만
fights that aren't necessary?
아직 그 실험들의 결과를 보고 싶으니 참도록 할까.
This is another peculiarity of this canto. If these are like temporary, or like not temporary, ones that I can just kind of burn through if I want to, I might do that off stream. The first one to come out after the game's released. As such, it's released in 3 parts in 1-week intervals. As such, it was kind of a new territory for the devs. So they went way overboard in the number of nodes. Yeah, I can see that. 54. I can also see part 1, part 2, part 3. 5 layer chapters in, and it's still the canto with the most nodes. Damn. Like half them are combat only nodes. Alright, so in that case, I might skip the combat nodes and do them off stream. Alright, so let's skip over these. Decide to let players just skip the combat nodes. Yeah. Alright, so let's go to here.
삶을 깨치기 위함이라.
Just scoot past it, get those later. That's isn't this first one? Yeah, the first one's neutral there. Alright, these two might just not have the power necessary, so let's just test two
지금은
ways.
두렵지 않아요.
Yellow and red. Yep, 4 attacks to use. Neutral. Alright, I can't do that. Let's get that
지금은
unopposed
두렵지
down.
않아요.
What do you want? What do you want? Hey! Why are you doing this?
지금은 두렵지 않아요.
Ego charge. Alright, got it. We'll make sure I do that. Alright, we got ego charge. We do not have enough of that. We need one more purple. Yours. Let's look at whatever doesn't have a good one. See who wins blue attacks. Right, so we want the ego to be on one of these. I'll leave it, just see where I should put film corrections. Let's put that there so it actually does stuff. This is not a... He has ego. Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, let's just, Alright, we're not gonna be able to use blue exactly anytime soon then. Put that there. Put that there. Don't rush that. Put that. We are struggling so bad right now.
무불아위.
너도 이 안에 담아주지.
Alright, got that. We are not doing good this round. Yeah, I don't even have materials I would need for this. Alright, let's get purple up here somewhere. Synchronous S3 up. That is true. That is S3. I know what S3 means. Now let's toss that there. This, I guess.
나선 속을
At least get
벗어날 수 없.
materials. If nothing else. Okay, she's down.
나를 감싸다 시선도 날 격렬한.
Just having a whole monologue while everything's going on.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Alright, it's staggered. That's something, at least. Let's see. Let's throw some power at it.
먼저 간다. 다 죽어라.
Oh, there we go. As the prolonged cycle of pain came to an end.
환상체 제압이 무사히 끝났군요. 버스로 복귀해도 되겠어요.
It was a success that accompanied many deaths and revivals on our side. But I nodded anyways. We got back to the bus, harboring a few unanswered questions.
예상보다 늦었군. 오래간만에 낮잠이란 걸 자볼까 생각하던 참이었는데 말이지.
I explained the IITs we ran into earlier to Virgilus. To be more precise, Foss did the heavy speaking. I was expecting him to coldly tell me to do my job as the middle manager and follow whatever orders I'm given, but his answer was surprisingly earnest.
환상체라는 존재가 세간에 거의 알려지지 않았던 존재이니만큼 자세한 정보까지 쥐고 있는 것은 아닙니다. 딴테.
Didn't think you made it right away. Boss flinched a little, but she didn't relay what I just said.
그런 건 추후에 파우스트 씨 쪽에서 잘난 우리 림버스 컴퍼니의 다른 부서들과 함께 속 시원히 밝혀줄 거라고 기대해 보지 않겠습니까?
그러죠.
Is Boss given any time at all to do some sort of research at this shop? The mysteries were left unsolved, but if Boss accepted the suggestion without a hitch, that probably means
거기.
she thought...
왜 아까부터 자꾸 어깨를 움츠리고 다니는 거지? 가뜩이나 조그맣던 통에 어깨까지 수그리고 다니니까 아예 보이지도 않는군.
지크프리드님을 다시 만날 수 있을 줄 알았어.
근데 지크프리드님이 누구셨더라?
한 손으로는 저희를 베어가면서 다른 한 손으로는 기념사진을 찍었던 놈 아닌가요?
자크프리더.
I was breathing audibly through her nose. The instant at the checkpoint must have left some deep grudges for her.
본인이 사람들을 구하는 모습 지크프리드님께도 보여드리려고 했단 말이오. 나중에 훌륭한 해결사가 되어서 만나기로 약속도 했는데.
아이 그런 건 오랜 시간이 지난 후 제외해야 감격이 큰 법이야 돈키호테. 차라리 잘 됐다고 생각해 보자고. 응?
확실히 어색하긴 하군. 고경꾼이 많은 곳에서 벌어진 사건엔 그자가 빠질 리 없는데.
Plot twist, he was the one that
흔히
was
말하는 연예인 같은 분인가요?
비슷한 것 같군. 그자는 쇼맨십에 특화되어 있으니 보통 K사에서는 이럴 때 반드시 내보내지. 하지만 모든 이목을 다 끌 수 있었던 사건에서 그자가 나타나지 않았다는 건
That means this isn't something they want people to notice. It's a bit late for that.
지크프리드님을 그런 식으로 폄하하지 마시오. 그분이 냈던 자서전 영웅이란 모름지기 마지막까지 웃어야 한다. 42페이지 5번째 줄을 보면 때와 장소를 가리지 않고 약자들을 구하러 갈 것이라고 써 있었어.
그래. 그 신념 부디 잘 간직하고 있으라고. 뭐라도 믿는 편이 헛날의 극한을 버티는 데 도움이 될 테니.
It turned out to be evil. You'll have to take the
당연한
chance at this
결과죠.
point.
저는 선택받았으니까
Alright.
그렇겠죠?
Here. As the futile conversations reached an end, the bus lazily pulled to a stop. They arrived in front of a building so tall that it would take a while to count the floors. Hugh shrank down as if intimidated. I understood Sinclair being one, but Yukub and Ishmael also seemed to be pressured. Hugh looked around with curious eyes. Some others walked and carried themselves as if they deserved royal treatment.
저희도 인지도라는 게 생긴 모양이에요. 이제야 평범한 사람들이 살만한 곳에 초대도 받고요.
말해두는데 지난번처럼 터무니없는 의뢰랑 보수면 난 이 일에서 빠질 거니까 그렇게 알아.
He ground his teeth, whether by unloose words or due to memories of what last time.
예상대로 조금 늦으셨군요.
As expected.
저자는
다시 만나 뵙게 되어 좋군요. 참고로 이건 비즈니스용 멘트가 아니라 진심입니다.
Familiar face I never expected to see again. We get us. Okay, so it's
간다.
Yisei,
말했지?
isn't it? That's his name, right? Give me a moment at least hear what he has to say, okay?
놔! 생닭들이랑 탱고나 추는 악몽을 꿔야했던 기분을 네가 알아?
Because
어?
last week,
사실 지난번
someone
의뢰는
had said that
여러분의
this
역량을
guy's
테스트하기
in the
위한
same
사전 의뢰였습니다.
group of like writers
훌륭한
with
점수로 통과하셨고요.
false names. and
축하드립니다. 이것도 진심이에요?
누구 마음대로 테스트를 하고 점수를 줘. 이런 씨.
그거야 물론.
stuff. Oh, was that supposed to be like a hint at who's next?
그거야
kind of thing?
물론 저의 똑소리 나는 비서 삼조 씨 마음이죠. 여러분이 림버스 컴퍼니로군요. 반가워요. 동랑입니다. 삼조 씨한테 이야기 많이 들었어요. 팬이 될 뻔했지 뭐예요.
팬이라였어 방금? 립 서비스잖아 돈키호테.
솔직히 말씀드리자면 사전 테스트를 해보자는 건 제 생각은 아니었어요. 여러분 실험용 닭도 아닌데 너무하잖아요.
네, 제가 제안했습니다. 그야 림버스 컴퍼니는 알려진 정보가 거의 없는 신생이면서도 아닌 듯한 정체불명의 회사잖아요. 저희가 동랑님 말씀만 덜컥 믿고 위험을 감수하면서까지 의뢰를 맡길 수는 없지 않겠습니까?
그러니까 의뢰를
Jamel asked for confirmation that this was indeed a direct request. Her face seemed
그거야
rather proud.
당연하죠. 왜냐하면 당신들은 아 여기서 이러지 말고 제 연구실 구경하러 갈래요? 재밌는 거 많이 있는데.
Welcome back. Change the subject so shamelessly is only going to bother us more.
네? 동랑님
We have
연구실로
finished
데려가신다는
fighting
말씀이십니까?
chickens and now we are
이자들을요?
fighting
왜? 테스트는
drones
통과했다면서
mostly,
삼조
it
씨.
seems.
더군다나 방금 환상체라는 것까지 처리할 정도로 실력자이신 분들이라면
아하, 알고 계셨어? 역시 영웅들이 지나간
You're
발자취는
25
금세
years
소문이
old.
퍼지는가 보군.
말을 재밌게 하네요. 아, 당신이 관리자인 단테님이라고 했나요? 잠깐 이야기 좀 가능할까요?
I tried to say something to Donggang, but he and Samjo pulled me far away by the time she said something. I feel like I'm pronouncing both of those names wrong. Is it J-O pronounced like a Y or pronounced like a J? So it'd be like Samjo or Samyo. And I guess kind of with the other one? I actually have to look at that name again to verify how incorrect I'm probably pronouncing it. I mean, I don't mind, but you two can't hear me anyways.
사실 부끄러워서 말은 안 꺼냈는데 당신의
Pronounced like a
직원들 중
J.
제 옛날 친구가 있어요.
This one it's Donggrang? Like, do I pronounce all of these letters, or is it one of those things where a lot of those letters are just like there for show? Oh, who is it?
그런데 그분도 부끄러웠는지 아는 척을 안 해주시더군요. 매우 서운했지만 내색 안 하느라 얼마나 힘들었던지.
Maybe you weren't as close as you thought then. Wait, can you hear my voice?
동랑님, 이분은 정상적인 소통이 불가능한 분입니다.
그래서 말하는 거야, 삼조 씨. 마치 태엽 달린 인형이 되고 걱정거리를 중얼거리는 꼬마 시절로 돌아간 것 같잖아.
That's all. That was a monologue. What are you two even doing?
제가 여러분께 의뢰를 부탁했던 것도 그 친구의 영향이 커요. 모르는 사람보다는 아는 사람이 더 믿음이 가는 법이잖아요.
보이십니까? 제가 이래서 한치도 방심할 수가 없습니다. 정에 흔들리셔가지고.
그러니까 단테 씨는 저와 그 친구 사이는 알아서 잘 딱 깔끔하고 센스 있게 모른 척 해주세요. 알겠죠?
You haven't even told me who that friend is. I could only let out a deep sigh and shake my head. conversation that never got through ended as arbitrarily as it began. This isn't asking a favor. You're giving me a notice.
여긴 연구실 복도입니다. 보통의 일반인이라면 여기까지밖에 못 들어오겠지만 동랑님의 특별 초대기도 하니 이 안쪽까지 안내해드리죠.
우와, 저도 이런 커다란 회사에서 일해보고 싶었는데 말이에요.
그럼 림버스 말고 이런 데 입사 지원해보지 그랬어?
농담이죠, 로자 씨. 이런 곳은 아무나 못 입사해요. 엘리트 중에서도 최정상 엘리트만이 올 수 있는 곳이란 말이에요. 마치 파우스트 씨나 이상 씨 같이.
Schmel's remark gave me a good opportunity to bring up my earlier question. Yeah, why did you choose to join Limbus Company? Of all options you had, it's been a better place to shoot for.
저는 파우스트니까요.
Understandable. Have a nice day. There's a certain energy in her confidently clarifying tone that discouraged me from asking another question. What about you, Yi-san?
구태여 돌아묻겠소. 관리자, 그대는 왜 이곳에 입사한 것이오?
That's because I had no other option.
귀하가 스스로 답을 내주었구려.
I mean, if you want to leave to go eat, you don't have to sit here and watch me talk. Stream's probably only going to be like a little longer anyways. Looks like Ishmael wasn't exaggerating about the qualifications. Laboratory was dominated by stillness that could only be achieved with everyone totally
단테
focused.
봤어? 냉장고에 간식들이 잔뜩 있어. 하나, 아니 10개는 슬쩍 해도 티도 안 날 만큼.
I'm social leech. Alright, in that case, and
넉넉하게 챙겨가세요.
feel free to
삼조 씨,
keep watching.
이따가 탕비실 간식들 소분으로 포장해서 이분들한테 나눠줘.
알겠습니다.
대박이다 이스. 지금이라도 나랑 이직 준비할까?
다 들려요, 로자
So I
씨.
went for pizza. That's fair. What kind of pizza?
로자 씨, 근로 계약에는
농담, 파우스트 씨. 농담. 어?
그럼 이제 의뢰 내용을
이젠 하다 외부인들까지 들여오고 회사 견학까지 시켜주는 거야, 동랑?
아, 잠깐 실례. 이분은 슈렌네요. 옆부서 팀장이자 제 입사 동기인데 저한테 상처 입히는 말을 하기 위해 찾아오는 게 주요
Don't
일과시죠.
actually know, honestly. I think it does. I think
회사에선
anything.
이
Well,
팀을
no,
할애하는
actually, that one was when they
복지비가 이런
Twitch
식으로
went on,
낭비되고
so it
있는 것에 대해
might not.
누군가 한 명쯤은 말을 해야 하지 않나 싶었거든.
아,
If it gets spammed, I might have to put a
복지비에 대해
cooldown on it.
궁금한
But
거라면
I don't
올해의
think
최우수
it has
부서
one.
트로피를 받아보면 알 수 있을 거야. 그치, 삼조 씨?
최우수 부서가 받는 혜택을 전부 이야기하자면 날밤을 새야 할 정도죠.
아, 둘 다 똑같이 재수 없어.
라이벌인가? 어디 가나 잘난 사람일수록 시기하는 사람도 많은 법이지.
Fresh incoming
시기는
brew.
발전의
Current
원동력이니
stretch needs
잘난 쪽이
cooldown.
참아줘야죠. 어제 그 파이 가게에서 회식비로 사온 거 슈렌느 부서에도 돌릴까, 삼조 씨?
안 그래도 그럴 생각이었습니다. 후추, 고추, 상추, 카레 맛으로요.
그것도 맛있겠는데?
그럼 마저 얘기를 해보죠. 소문은 들었어요. 황금가지라는 유기물을 수집하는 신생 회사가 있다고. 그리고 그 황금가지라는 건 폐쇄된 로보토미 지부에서만 발견되고요.
황금가지의 존재는 어떻게
Alright,
알게 된
thank you
거지?
for the hydrate. Let me do that first. Hopefully,
얼마 되지는
I don't have to
않았어요.
talk.
몇 달 전까지 연구실 근처의 로보토미 지부 시설을 연구실로 쓰고 있었거든요.
그 끔찍한 곳에 연구소를 차렸다고?
하지만 전부 매몰되었다고 했는데요.
뭐 각종 희귀한 자원이나 자료들이 남아 있었을 테니까.
연구 대상에
Alright,
환상체도
thank you for the
포함되었던
hydrate.
건가요?
알아보시는군요. 연구원이라면 그냥 지나칠 수 없는 존재죠.
그렇다면 연구원이란 건 죄다
Hello,
미친
demon.
놈이고.
Hi.
응?
What do you want?
잠깐,
What do you want?
너 설마 그때 헛소리하면서 닭대가리한테 돌 던진 것도...
히스클리프 씨는 가끔씩 예상치 못한 통찰력을 보여주실 때가 있네요. 당신들이 우연을 가장하여 뒤틀림을 소탕해야 하는 상황을 만든 것도 환상체 연구를 뒷받침해줄 수 있는 정보들을 얻기 위함이었군요.
아,
Right?
우리
Thank you for
삼조
the
씨는
hydrate.
연기가 영 능숙하지 못해요. 평생을 올곧게만 살아와서 그런가? 이해해 주세요. 저희로서는 뒤틀림과 환상체의 차이를 명확하게 알 재간이 없었거든요. 마음이 산산이 허물어졌을 때 뒤틀린다고 했었나요? 멋있는 비유였어요. 그렇다면 당신들이 허물어진 마음을 원상복귀시켜 준 건가요?
무너진 마음을 대신 쌓아 올려주는 방법은 없어요. 길을 가르쳐 드린 거예요. 계속 머물지 그곳으로 걸어갈지는 은봉이네 호프집 사장님의 선택이었죠.
와, 당신 정말 많은 걸 아는군요. 제가 조금만 더 어렸다면 펄쩍 뛰면서 당신에게 하이파이브라도 시도했을 거예요.
언제든지 사양하죠.
동랑님, 또 이야기가 새고 있습니다.
그렇네요. 자, 우리가 로보토미 지부 시설에서 행복하게 연구를 하던 어느 날, 그곳에서 무력 습격 테러가 일어났어요. 아주 갑작스럽게요. 눈앞에서 폭탄이 터지는 걸 본 적 있나요? 장관이죠. 모든 것이 한순간에 시작되고 끝나버리더군요. 우주 같죠?
테러를 일으킨 세력은 어디였지?
Oh, nice. You can use your emojis.
인원의 신분은 특정할 수 없을 정도로 제각각이며 목적 또한 불명입니다. 모습을 드러내기 시작한 건 최근이었거든요. 결국 동랑시 팀이 머물고 있었던 연구실은 그 테러 집단들이 점령해버렸습니다.
Yeah, I need to like
연구실은 그때 옮겼던 것인가
go into
보군.
my side screen to see this.
피해는 어느 정도야?
Oh, it's cute. Dongran turned his gaze from Yiseng.
저 비어있는 자리들은
spoke to
말이죠.
Sungbun.
당분간은 공석일 거예요. 죽었거든요. 그때의 테러로.
Looking closely, I saw snacks and flowers placed on their cushions. Probably a way to mourn the dead.
이 친구는 손가락만 겨우 건졌는데 둘 곳이 마땅하지 않아서 따로 보관 중이에요. 저쪽 2층 진열장에 있을 거예요.
Solemn silence filled the office, but Dongran continued brushing the empty desk with his hand.
너무나 많은 걸 두고 와야 했어요.
동랑 씨,
특히 제 얼굴 캐릭터로 만들었던 상장패를 놓고 왔어요. 되게 좋아하는 기념품이었는데.
이거 참, 이거 어디까지가 농담이고 진담인지 알 수가 없어, 저 양반은.
그러면 저 자리는 어떤 자리지?
Their attention was brought to a white desk that was completely empty.
저 자리는 예정된 자리예요. 새로운 직원이 오기를 기다리고 있는 중이죠.
그럼 모집 요강이 따로 있는 건가요? 어디 가면 볼 수 있죠?
Shmel's bright-eyed inquisition was interrupted by Samjo's displeased utterance.
우리 삼조 씨 심기 불편해졌다. 이제 진짜 본론으로 넘어갈까요, 삼조 씨?
단도직입적으로 말합니다. 서로 윈윈 플레이를 하시죠. 빼앗긴 연구실을 되찾아 주신다면 당신들에겐 저희가 발견한 황금가지의 소유권을 양도하겠습니다.
질문 드리죠. 확정 계약인가요? 아니면 사후 검토 계약인가요? 방식은 대표기관 집행 방식인가요? 공동 집행 방식인가요?
답변하겠습니다. 하자 책임 없이 대표기관 집행 방식으로 즉석 계약 방식입니다. 1급 계약 사무소를 이용한 이페인을 둔 계약도 절차대로 진행될 예정입니다.
Contract office? I don't know what's going on. Does it really have to be so complicated?
제2사에서는 제대로 된 이페인을 구하지 못하는 바람에 황금 가지를 곧바로 넘겨받지 못했잖아요.
미리 우치파의 우이드 그 자식 로저가 게임에서 이겼는데 약속 안 지키고 묻지마 싸움 걸었잖아.
마리아치파의 아이들인데.
네, 맞아요. 이페인이 되어줄 줄 알았던 아이드 씨가 쏜살같이 태도를 바꿔버리는 바람에 무력으로 가져와야만 했었죠. 그래서 입회나 공증을 해주는 협회나 계약사무소를 이용하는 편이 돈은 많이 들어도 제일 안전한 거예요. 파우스트 씨도 그 점을 제일 주의 깊게 보았을 거고요.
Schmel explained like it was common knowledge. Guess it's something well known among sick folks.
이건 확실히 저희 쪽에 유리한 체결 방식이군요.
목적만 확실히 달성한다면요.
We watched with our mouths agape as the two declared the conclusion at once.
비밀인데 전 사실 삼조 씨가 하는 말의 절반 이상은 못 알아들어요. 그렇구나 하고 넘기는 거죠.
우연인가? 우리도 마찬가지인데.
적어도 동랑 씨는 알아들어야 하는 거 아닌가요?
아, 그래도 K사 연구실과 계약을 맺으면 당분간은 그분들과 싸울 일은 없겠어요. 아무리 상처 입혀도 끊임없이 치료되었던 분들이요.
Team fell into a somber silence. All the memories related to them were filled with misery and suffering.
아, 저희 K사만의 재생 기술을 이미 보셨나 보네요.
아우, 받기만 했겠어?
아유, 지긋지긋할 만큼 겪고 또 겪었지.
그럼 대신 기념으로 제 실험실 보여드릴까요? 여기 말고 엘리베이터를 한 번 더 타야 해요.
네, 거기까지 보여주실 생각입니까, 동랑님? 관계자 외 출입 금지인 곳인데.
방금 삼조 씨 엄청 웃긴 소리 냈다. 아, 뭐 어때? 계약 체결한 기념으로 놀러가 보는 거지.
Wasn't sure if it was an appropriate way to celebrate things, but since no one was on the team objected, I decided to follow him. Alright. Okay, let's take this. Alright, so I'm gonna probably stop about here, but I think I do not have enough, damn it. Thought I had enough for it. Actually, hang on. Let's just go back down to here. No, we can't get that one yet. Did I get one before? What are these minis? Let me check. Alright, so we don't have enough right now. 2 more nodes. Yeah. Tempting, but at the same time, if I save it, then I can get the last Hell's Chicken one off screen. Then that would get me some extra. I play the minis next stream. Okay, alright, so these ones will be next stream. I can get those, and then I can get the these 2 fights off stream. And I should be able to have some extra points and everything. Story only, well these ones are. Alright, cool. Alright, but that is going to be about it. So, let me see if there's someone I can send you guys to. There is. Alright, I'm gonna send you guys over to Swampy. So let me get that up and raid started. And then thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys again. And yeah, I might stream later, might not. Kind of depends on a couple things. But yeah, so might be stream later, might not be. Either way, ciao. Can I actually send it? I can't send it.